Mr. Yuanshao. It is said that when Mr. Han Yuan was still a student, he was at home one day. An official came suddenly and reported that the master wanted to invite him to be a tutor, but he did not have the name of the master. When he asked about his master's family background, the answer was vague. Seeing that the betrothal gift brought by the official servant was very generous, the husband agreed on a day to pick her up, and then the official servant left. On that day, a car came to pick up Mr. After leaving the house, the road was winding and winding, taking roads I had never walked before. Suddenly I saw a pavilion in front of me. The gentleman got out of the car and went in. He saw that it looked like the official residence of the feudal prince. When they arrived at the academy, servants served sumptuous food and wine, and encouraged the guests to drink by themselves. But there was no host accompanying them. The gentleman was very puzzled. After the banquet was over, a young man of 15 or 16 years old came over to pay homage to the teacher. He was an elegant man. After paying homage, he went to another house to ask for advice before coming to the teacher's residence. The young master is extremely smart. As long as the teacher talks about the general idea in class, he will understand it by himself. The husband was very confused because he didn't know the son's family background. There were 2 servant boys at the school for the master to take care of. The master asked them privately but did not answer. Asked where the owner was. The answer was that the owner was too busy. The husband also asked them to lead him secretly to see the owner, but neither of them wanted to go. After pleading several times, I reluctantly agreed and led my husband to a large hall, where I heard the sounds of interrogation and torture. The gentleman hurriedly peeked in through the crack in the door and saw a great king sitting high in the palace. 2 steps below, there were swords, trees and mountains of swords, which were all scenes from the legendary Palace of Hell. The husband was so horrified that he turned around to walk away. He already knew someone was outside. The king of hell stopped his official duties, chased the ghosts away, and called the boy sternly. The boy's face suddenly changed color, and he said fearfully, "I got into trouble because of my husband." He hurriedly ran in, and the king of hell got angry and said, "How dare you bring people here to peek?" He used a giant whip, hit the kid hard. After the beating, he called his husband in and said, "The reason why I haven't seen you is because the yin and yang worlds are separated by roads. Now that you know it, you can't stay here anymore." Then he gave him a reward. Let the husband go home and say, "You will be the #1 scholar in the future, but you still have some hardships to go through." He ordered a servant in green clothes to lead the donkey and send the husband back. The husband suspected that he was dead, and the servant said, "How is that possible? Everything the husband eats comes from the human world, not from the underworld." After he came back, he had a rough few years. Later, he became the first scholar in the imperial examination, and everything came true.
Alright, this story has come to an end. If you liked it, please give it a thumbs up. Thank you.